There are two major ways from an introductory level that can really make huge impact on a hotel's bottom line, with just a few simple changes. The first we will review is booking curve management, and the second is effective open pricing or fully dynamic yielding. Booking curve management is really about understanding your demand trends. Traditional ways of looking at demand were more report-based, but the visual aspects of a booking curve allow the users to see trends more clearly and make adjustments as needed. To monitor a hotel's booking trends, there are really two key terminologies to understand: pace and pickup. A hotel's pace is the rate at which they're getting bookings, and then a hotel's pickup is the amount of bookings over a certain time interval. So oftentimes you'll hear in the industry, what's my 3-day pickup? What's my 5-day pickup? Those are the amount of customers that the hotel has got over the past 3-day interval or over the past 5-day interval. So really, it ties into your booking curve that you could see here on this side of the screen. This booking curve is broken apart by different segments, and you could see it goes from right to left, from 200 days before arrival to the actual stay date. Some booking curves will have the far left side say -1. Since hotels run audits at 1 or 2 at night, after the stay date, the -1 room count is the final count of the stay date. Day 0 is the actual stay date. Understanding your pace and pickup over certain time intervals throughout a booking curve really enables you to make appropriate changes for your hotel. So if you start to notice a specific customer segment, whether it's discount, retail, or OTA, start to have large volume or pickup over certain periods of time than you were forecasting, you should raise rates. And with effective yielding through open pricing, you can then optimize the rates for all room types and discounts within that. Looking at changes in the booking curve also will help you with forecasting. How are your days trending? Are they all the same booking shape? Seeing patterns in your booking curve will improve your overall forecasts. From a hotel's perspective, if 10 people booked a room on January 25th, yesterday, and that's all the hotel system knows, it may recommend a price increase. But what might be missing is the fact that 500 people shopped that date and only 10 people booked for that price. From a hotel's perspective, it's important to think about the analysis that can be done by knowing what offers have been booked versus what have not been booked, and at what price points. Marketers look at redeemed offers, but what about the people who clicked the offer and did not redeem? What price did they see and what happened? Thus, another key data set, in addition to understanding your booking curve data, meaning pace and pickup, is looking at your online website traffic activity. You can use your website activity information to get a better understanding of your unconstrained demand. If you think about hotel bookings, think about website activity like an iceberg. There's the tip that's jutting out of the ocean are the bookings, the data that's used for forecasting and promotional purposes, while the parts that's underwater is the lost business or regret and denials. A regret is when someone visits a hotel's website but chooses not to book. A denial is when they went to book and their search result ended in no rooms available. On this chart on the side, the red and blue represents the lost business, or total count of people that went through a hotel's booking engine and didn't actually purchase. The difference between the orange and the blue line represents the actual bookings that happened through a hotel's booking engine on the website. You can clearly see that if you look at 40 days before arrival, that's when the actual bookings started to occur. If you're only pricing on customers who have already purchased, then you're already a step behind in your forecasting abilities, which impacts your pricing and promotional strategies. With the ability to track website activity, you could actually be proactive and not reactive with demand trends. What that means is hotels can start to see higher amounts of demands for a given weekend or room type before customers actually start purchasing, which would give them very useful insight into compression before it happens and a head start in raising rates. This not only gives you far more clarity into future demand, but also insight into the price sensitivity of your customers. If you're tracking traffic and conversion by rate code, you can see how customers are responding to offers you put out on your website. Sometimes you'll have too many bookings, meaning you should raise the price, and other times, no bookings, meaning you may want to adjust the offer. Think back to that Electric Daisy Carnival example I used in the beginning. What if the properties on the Las Vegas Strip had the insight into their web activity, and they were able to see a huge bump in web traffic even before bookings started to happen? They could have been a lot more responsive, and those tens of millions of dollars left on the table that one weekend could have been in the hotel's pocket. Monitoring data is vital, but what you need to do with it is key. Next, we will discuss how effective yielding can result in increased revenue for hotels.